Some college basketball. Number 9 Kentucky survives against Utah Valley, and that's the right word to use here. 82-74, they get the win. The close call comes a week after the Wildcats lost at home to Evansville and dropped out of the number 1 spot in the top 25. Kentucky led this game by 16 early in the second half, but Utah Valley chipped away. They got a three-pointer. They got them within 1 point with 3:26 remaining. Remember, this is the same Kentucky team that beat Michigan State to start the season. I had the opportunity to talk to Coach Jimmy Dykes, who was on the call last night, and I asked Jimmy, who is Kentucky right now?
Yeah, they don't know. That's the quandary right now in Lexington, Kentucky. As I'm on a plane getting ready to leave this morning, and Kentucky fans are sitting all around me. They want the same answer. We've seen it from them. They were outstanding defensively against Michigan State. That's what won them the game. And the Maxey kid went off and had a special night, but that's not who they are at their core. Defensively, it has to be, but they're not offensively just in sync at all right now. And the numbers back it up. They're 13 for 61 from the 3-point line after 4 games, shooting 22%. They shot 8% last night in that game. So shooting is a real concern for them. They did get on the offensive glass a little bit better last night, but they are right now historically low for a John Calipari team in terms of offensive rebound percentage. And they're hurt. They're injured. They're a beat up, banged up team that only had 7 scholarship guys last night. But when you're Kentucky, you live by the theory, and you understand that nobody cries on the yacht. No one's feeling sorry for Kentucky right now, and they have to figure it out while they try to win games during this stretch of November into December before conference play begins. But the concerns are real, but this is also the team that has the capability of putting it all together and making a deep run still in March.
Well, Coach, you were on the call last night, and you mentioned injuries. Well, injuries obviously something that's easy to fix. How do you fix a team that isn't shooting well when you're in the season?
Yeah, that's tough. It's when you can't go 5-on-5 game speed in practice, and the only game speed that you're getting is actually those 40 minutes that you're against someone else. That can throw your shooting rhythm off as much as anything out there. You can get in the gym and shoot 4 or 5 hours a day with all kinds of drills and coming off cones and putting in the work. But shots in games are a little bit different. The speed of the game is different. The defense is recovering faster. And I don't think it's a great shooting team to begin with. But right now they don't know where they want to go with the ball is the best way to put it.
You can hear more of our conversation with Jimmy Dykes, college basketball analyst for ESPN, throughout the course of the morning as we break down what's wrong with Kentucky and college basketball overall. Tua Tagovailoa had successful hip surgery from Laura Rutledge. This is an important tweet. Quote, important note on Tua from Dr. Kane. His hip injury is completely different from Bo Jackson's. Bo didn't know his injury was severe, kept playing on it, causing irreparable damage. Docs acted quickly for Tua, and after successful surgery today, I'm told experts expect a full recovery. The official statement was Tua's prognosis is excellent. We expect him to make a full recovery. All eyes were on the procedure to know the full extent of the damage. We now hear that an expected recovery should be made. So we'll take a look at that timeline as we get more information. And in the NBA last night, Luka Doncic, he good. Hit a three-pointer with 26.5 seconds to play, put the Mavs up 115-110. They win 117-110 over the Spurs. But importantly, 42 points, a career high, 12 assists, 11 boards. That's the first career 40-point game. Second player under 21 with a 40-point triple-double. Absolutely incredible work by him. A league-leading 6th triple-double of the season. Luka Doncic, a star. That's not really trending. Just an update on that. Gentlemen, that's what's trending now.
It's just a fact. Them's the facts. Golic and Wingo is presented by Progressive Insurance. Quote, buy, and save on home insurance with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, only at Progressive.com.
All right, Golic and Wingo here with you, presented by Progressive Insurance. All phone guests join us on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. I love this line from Doncic when he was told, hey, you're 42 points with 12 and 11. You're the second youngest player ever in NBA history, besides LeBron James, to have a 40-point triple-double. And he said, it feels like every day there are stats you don't know about, stats that you read about. It's great to hit. I mean, in other words, he doesn't care about any of this. He's just going out there and balling, and that's what makes this fun.
Yeah, that's usually how it works, too. Yeah. They're the least concerned with this until it comes time for payday. Then I'm sure his agent will know all of those stats. And
right
they go,
there.
When they go to the Mavs and like, all right, like, listen, it's time to do this thing.
Dude's 20 years old.
Supermax.
He is 20 years old. Absolutely amazing. Averaging just under 30 points a game. I mean, it's just a joke. 10 rebounds, 9 assists, so he's almost doing the Russell Westbrook, averaging the triple-double, which we've made
It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. It's happened 4 years in a row. Whatever.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter anymore.
Guy is incredible, though, what he's doing.
He is. By the way, we've also learned that he's also the youngest with a 40-point triple-double on a Monday. So there you go.
Well,
in November. I should qualify. Monday in November, youngest.
Guys with 40-point triple-doubles before their 21st birthday are him and LeBron James.
On a Monday.
But
on a Monday.
I mean, not
on a day that ends in Y.
Not
actually.
Not giving him his due, are you?
No. It's just like
I see what's going on.
Are you slandering? Or wait, you big Trae Young guy? Is that what this is?
Why wouldn't I be?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest about it. But here are the other things Doncic did last night. He's the youngest player with a triple-double against the Spurs under Greg Popovich, the most points in a triple-double game against the Spurs under Greg Popovich, and the youngest player with a 40-point game against the Spurs under Greg Popovich. Read, Luka Doncic hates Greg Popovich.
He is something else. You saw Paul George hit the go-ahead three-pointer last night with 25 seconds left. Clippers beat the Thunder, but Kawhi's missed three straight games, has that knee contusion. And then you look at Houston. You look at the Houston is ahead of Dallas. Dallas 8-5 this year with Porzingis there and what Luka's doing. That team is. I don't know about this year, but where they are on the rise. But the Rockets last night, I mean, Capella's getting 20 rebounds like it's nothing anymore. He's done it a couple times already. Westbrook goes for the triple-double. Harden, I think, scored 90 last night. I mean, they have their triple-headed monster right there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking at the story of the early NBA season so far, it's been everyone in Los Angeles. LeBron James and the Lakers have been incredible. LeBron has been the ageless wonder we expected him to be, coming off of injury. Certainly the Clippers there. Paul George coming back as well as he has right away from that, dropping 30-plus, I think, in his first game back, and now hitting the game winner last night. And then you certainly have, I think, the youth movements in Atlanta and Dallas that are connected by that trade that brought Trae Young to Atlanta and certainly Luka Doncic to Dallas. And so now the real interesting one becomes Kawhi, because so much of the conversation around load management with him was slander. It was all the things that are wrong with the NBA. But now that he's missed a few games, and we remember that this was a knee injury that was very cryptic when he was in San Antonio
under Greg Popovich.
Under Greg Popovich, who was the theme of this segment. And then when he got to Toronto, they said one of the only reasons he was able to go in the postseason was because they were so diligent with an injury that we still don't fully understand. So to think that now some of the repercussions from that injury might not still be things he's dealing with are proving to be maybe misguided thoughts.
As far as this one, talking about the third straight game, he heard it in last week when they lost to the Rockets. Banged it. It's a knee contusion, they're calling it. So we'll see. But you know what? You take your time with that guy and do whatever you got to do.
It is something to keep your eye on going forward now, because this, lingering. It is lingering here, and it's not just load management anymore. It's really an issue. So we'll see what happens going forward with Kawhi. Coming up, speaking of lingering, there's a lingering question for the Chargers over the most important position in team sports. Where do they go now? We'll get to that after this.
All right, make sure you tune into our new favorite TV show, Fansville, which is presented by Dr. Pepper, airing every Saturday throughout the college football season during the commercials in Fansville. Dr. Pepper delivers that tour de force performance alongside those college football stars like Brian Bosworth and Eddie George. Critics are saying it's good, it's fantastic, and want to know if anyone else is thirsty. And it's the best thing since Diet Dr. Pepper and Dr. Pepper Cherry. Get to your local store today. Grab some delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper, the official drink of fans. Back after this, Golic and Wingo.